This young icon was learning her musical chops when the rest of us were still playing with wooden blocks.
I've been playing the violin. I don't know if I've been playing well, but I played the violin when I was 2 years old.
2 CDs and a college degree later, Aishwarya Venkataraman, or Aishu as her friends call her, is clearly hitting all the right notes.
There were considerable amount of screeches and popped strings and all that when I was that young. So it's been about, I'm 17 now, so it's about 15 years.
This teen from Long Beach, California, isn't waiting for adulthood to make her mark. In fact, it seems everyone else is trying to keep up with her.
I first met her when she was 11 years old. And it was at the end of a day in which I had met tons and tons of aspiring young musicians wanting to come to Berklee College of Music. But her father, VR, handed me this CD at the end of the day and said, listen to this. And I chose to listen to it on the drive home. By the time I had reached home, I was completely convinced. I was listening to a prodigy.
I play jazz and South Indian music, and at this point it's taking elements of both and trying to fuse them together. I wouldn't go so far as to call it fusion just yet, but I mean, it's fusing the elements together.
6, 7, 8, and there.
Aishu likes to play with something called carnatitude. So, what's carnatitude, you ask? We'll let its inventor explain.
Explaining a form of music that's a little different is a little difficult sometimes. So what I said was, it's Carnatic music, music from South India, but with attitude. And they were like, oh, you know, so it's carnatitude. And I said, yeah, that's exactly what it is, which is a great word.
Hear it for yourself, as Aishu puts a South Indian twist on the jazz classic Watermelon Man.
It's kind of 50% jazz, 50% South Indian music, like me.
If you listen real close to Aishu, you might even hear her playing mathematics.
It's funny, music incorporates a lot of mathematics into it. So I feel that when I learned those two things together, just each one kind of boosted the other one, and I just got better at both, which is a very nice thing.
Aishu's already got a music degree from Berklee. Currently, she's working on degree number 2 at Stanford.
I'm a pre-med student right now. Granted, it is my first quarter, and I'm notorious for changing my mind.
And all the while still practicing every day.
Good.
Aishu performs as many as 15 concerts a year without missing any school. Somehow she still finds the hours in the day to promote the causes she holds dear.
When I thought about what I really wanted to do and how I could really make an impact with something that I was good at, the clear answer was to use my music.
Her first CD, Divine Strings, benefited her school's music program. Her second, Bliss, is raising funds to combat the HIV/AIDS crisis in India.
The proceeds go directly to Baylor School of Medicine and their International Pediatric AIDS Initiative. And this kind of tied in with my community service and trying to bring awareness about HIV/AIDS to my peers.
Aishu stresses she wouldn't be able to juggle it all without some rock-solid accompaniment.
My family has been an amazing support system. My parents really got me into music. When I was 2, I wasn't really making decisions for myself, so they chose the violin for me, and they really motivated me to practice and to, you know, stick to it even when the times became tough.
In Aishu's future, a 3rd CD release, more practicing, and of course, more education.
I think one of my biggest goals, you know, throughout my time at Berklee and even now is to really promote South Indian music. Not many people know what Indian music entails. They know it exists, but they don't know what it is. You know, if I say South Indian music, they say, oh, is that the sitar? Which is, I mean, you know, common misconception, but it's something that I really want people to know about. I know it was a big thing for me to consider going to Stanford and holding on to my musical career, but I think that it's one of the best decisions I've made. So whether it's music or a sport or, you know, anything, writing, something that you're really passionate about, it's a matter of sticking through it even during the difficult times and keeping it until the very end.
Aishu's talent and determination is what makes her a young icon.
There aren't that many 17-year-olds who are at that level. I think if you want to talk about the definition of an icon, that pretty much wraps it up for me.
There you go. Done. Good job, Aishu. Excellent.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, thanks.
You're watching The Young Icons.
This has been a production of Entertainment Studios.